One of our customers noticed a strange problem while charging their phone today. They have an iPhone and they noticed that when they were hooked up to their charger, one of these quick chargers, their phone was taking a lot longer to charge than normal. Well, I asked a couple of questions and I found out that they were using this thin cable. As you see here, this is a lightning cable that's used to charge iPhones and iPads. So the cable itself seems to work fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But just on a hunch, I asked him to try one of my cables, and this is a much, much thicker lightning cable. So you notice the wires are much thicker, and even though this cable is much longer, and you'd think it soaks up more power, it doesn't. It actually delivers a lot more power than one of these thin cables. And we verified that by hooking it up to a so-called USB safety tester. All this really does is it sees how much voltage and current is being consumed by your iPhone or iPad or Android, whatever USB, because it's got a USB plug on it. And basically, once we hooked it up, we saw that their iPhone, charging through this thin cable, was only pulling about 0.7 of an amp. And this one, this thick cable, it was double that. It was 1.4 amps. So the thicker cable actually allowed the phone to charge at twice the wattage. And that made the phone charge at a normal speed. So if you notice that you're having problems charging your phone and your adapter is checked out to be okay, and you can't figure out what else it might be, try a different cable. Try a thicker cable. This one was available for about $10 from Walmart. It was made by ON, but the brand doesn't matter. What really matters is that you try a different cable. And you should be suspicious about the cable also if the cable's been pulled or twisted a little too much or bent too much. These thinner cables especially can very easily snap on the inside. There's multiple wires, thin wires inside this plastic jacketing. And if any one of them gets frayed, pulled, or weakened, it won't pass power, not correctly. So either it won't work at all or it'll work, but you'll get very poor charging performance. And also the other giveaway is if you hook up your iPhone or iPad or even Android, your Samsung, up to a computer, and you notice that your mobile device keeps dropping as it keeps getting random disconnects from your computer, then it's very likely a problem with the cord. So switch to a new cord, especially one that's thicker, and it'll help you. In this case, our example is with a lightning USB cable, but the same advice applies if you're running a USB cable for your iPad, for your Samsung, for your Android phone, what have you. Thicker cables will usually give you more power and better charging performance.